Hello. Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing tonight? Saturday night. I'm so honored you're spending it with me. Hi, Unjin. Hello. How are you, Unjin? Hi, Kim Sang-mi. Hello. Happy Saturday, everybody. Finally, it's the weekend. I've been waiting for today. Does anybody have plans this weekend? What's everybody up to this weekend? You're the best, Choi. Hi. Hi, Kapuka. I had a really fun start to my weekend. On Friday, I went to Lotte World. It was so much fun. I love roller coasters. Hi, Suni Kim. Haiti. Oh, Jin Kim, thank you. I'm excited too. I've got some stuff prepared for us tonight. We'll start it in a little bit. Ooh, cafe hopping. Oh, hi, Estelle. Oh, I love cafe hopping. After you go cafe hopping, give me all the recommendations, please. Thomas, hello. Cherry, hi. Hi, Luke. Okay, before we start with the Q&A, I want to do a little icebreaker because I'm a big fan of icebreakers. So before I answer all the questions, I have a question for you. So what TV show are you watching lately? Share it in the comments. What TV show are you watching lately? Hi, Sin Sung Ho. Hi. I Am Single. Oh, is that the name of the show, right? Nanin Solo? That's so funny. Unjin, I thought you were trying to pick someone up in the chat room. I thought you're looking for a partner, looking for a date in the chat room, saying I am single. That's so funny. Nanin Solo. Oh, I like this kind of show. I'm a big fan of reality TV, like dating shows. My style. Good partner. Ooh, I've never heard of this, Chetty. Do you recommend it? It's a new one for me. I only watch YouTube. Tomasu, I hope you're watching my videos. I hope you're only watching my videos on YouTube. Just kidding. Hi, PJ. Hi, Taejong. Hello. Oh, YouTube. Thank you. Connection. It's a drama. Ooh, that's also new for me. I like dramas. I'll have to look into that one. Hi, DJ. Oh, Love is Blind. I also watch Love is Blind. Wow. You guys have some good recommendations here. I love it. Thank you all so much. Now I've got some new TV shows that I need to watch. I love it. All right. Now we'll get started on your questions for me. So if you were in the Kakao chat room, I got some questions. Thank you so much if you asked me some questions. I prepared my little Q&A bucket here. I thought it would be fun to draw questions from the bucket. So yes, it says Kelly Sim Q&A. All right, so are we ready? Should I do my first question? Give it a shake. Let's see. Okay. I'm going down to the bottom here. I got some questions from the Kakao chat and some questions from the Google form when you join the Kakao chat. So thank you, everybody, for your input on that. Okay, here we go. First question of the night. Okay, this question is from Dancing JG. Okay, Dancing JG, if you're in the chat, please say hello. Oh, thanks for the drum roll. Thank you. Okay, first question. I'm preparing to study abroad in a year and a half. What else should I prepare besides IELTS? What are some things I can do daily to improve my overall English skills? Okay, so how can you improve your overall English skills? So I think number one is you must be consistent. Okay, I feel like that's probably the hardest thing to do when you're learning a language is every day you should do a little bit of learning. So be consistent. And I think it's important to set goals. So I think when it comes to learning a new language, a lot of times we forget to set specific goals. So, for example, something you can do daily to improve your English skills, maybe you can say, every day I want to learn 10 new vocabulary words, or I will listen to one podcast episode. So set goals and be consistent. Okay, consistent and set goals. So I think those are some ways to improve your English skills. Yes. And maybe use a variety of materials to help you as well. So YouTube, and try to talk with other people speaking English as much as possible. Okay, even if they're not a native English speaker, just trying to speak with others who are learning English can also help as well. Okay, so good luck, Dancing JG. You can do it. Good luck, good luck. Ooh, that was a good first question. Oh, Dancing JG, if you're in the chat, I'm curious where you're studying abroad. So if you're in the chat, let me know where you'll be studying. Okay. Next question. Here we go. Drum roll again, please, everybody. Drum roll. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, okay. This one is anonymous. Ooh, okay. Anonymous question. Juicy. Speaking, conversation, small talk. What makes a good conversationalist? Wow, big vocabulary there. A good conversationalist. So conversationalist is somebody who is good at having conversation. Okay, somebody who is good at talking with others. Okay, so what makes a good conversationalist, and how can I speak English better? Okay, I feel like these are almost two separate questions. So, first one, I think a good conversationalist is good at answering questions, but asking questions as well. So I get a lot of questions about small talk, right? Small talk is so common in the US. Has anybody ever been to the US and dealt with small talk before? I'm curious. Has anybody had to do small talk before? It's not easy. Even for Americans, native English speakers can struggle with small talk sometimes. Oh, John, never been. Okay. Oh, okay, me. So someone has tried. Jenna, like the weather. Yeah, weather is a good small talk topic. Yeah, so the thing with small talk, my tip for small talk and conversation in general is pretend like you're playing tennis. Okay, so the ball comes my way, I say something, and then I ask something and throw the ball to the other person or hit the ball to the other person. And then they have the ball. And then they respond and ask a question to me. So it's a lot of asking and answering questions back and forth, back and forth. Texas. Small talk was so hard. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not. Australia also has small talk. Interesting. Okay, so just a quick example. If we're talking about the weather, you can say, oh, the weather is so beautiful today, right? I've got the ball. The weather is so beautiful today. Do you have any plans this weekend, right? Because the weather is so beautiful. Oh, the weather's gorgeous. Do you have any plans? Right? Now I pass the ball to you and then you can answer. I'm going on a picnic with friends. How about you? Throwing the ball back. So you always want to ask and answer questions. So I think that makes a good small talker and a good conversationalist. Okay. Oh, I really like this question. I wish I knew who wrote this one. Okay. And the second question is, how can I speak English better? So I think this is a little bit different. English speaking skills. Maybe you know what I'm going to say for this. To get better at speaking, you have to. Does anyone know what I'm going to say? To get better at speaking, you have to. Oh, 핸드크림. That too. Oh, Ellie, that too. Callister, you got it. Speak. To get better at speaking, you have to speak. I know it can be really difficult sometimes. I understand because I'm trying to learn Korean too, and I get so shy and I'm scared of making mistakes. But if I want to get better, then I have to actually speak. Okay, so just practicing speaking as much as you can. So how can you do that? Number one, best way is if you can practice with somebody, right? If you have a teacher or a friend and you can actually speak with them, that's great. But if you don't, it's okay. You can still practice. So if you're practicing speaking by yourself, you can shadow. So shadowing is such a good technique. So while you're watching Love is Blind or Connection or your favorite TV shows in English or my YouTube, if you're watching my YouTube videos, you can listen and say it out loud, repeat it out loud. Okay? So listen and repeat. Listen, repeat. Also, if you get more comfortable doing that, you can kind of vlog your day. So talk to yourself. Don't worry about sounding crazy, but talk to yourself. So if you're at home alone, you can say, now I'm going to make a meal. I'm going to cook chicken for dinner. First, I get out a pan. I add my chicken to the pan. I put in sauce. So you can kind of talk to yourself and narrate your life. So just moving your lips as much as possible, or reading. If you're reading a book, read out loud. Okay, so I think that's the best way that you can improve your English speaking skills. Okay, just get those lips moving as much as possible. All right. Ready. Oh, yes, exactly. Poju Hana, great tip. That's another great way. use ChatGPT too, right? So if you don't have somebody to practice with, you can also use ChatGPT and practice with that. All right. Next one. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, next question. Okay, now this is kind of the opposite one. This one's also anonymous. All right, I'm not listening well. How to improve? All right. Similar to the speaking one, I'm going to say if you want to improve your speaking, you have to speak. If you want to improve your listening, what do you think, guys? What should we do? Listen. Exactly. Listen a lot. Okay, so in this case, I would say one tip I would have for you is to try to listen to something that you enjoy. Pick something that you enjoy. Audiobooks, podcasts, YouTube videos. Pick something that you really enjoy listening to and make a habit out of listening to it. Okay, so maybe every day while you eat breakfast, you listen to one podcast episode or one chapter of an audiobook. Okay, so make a habit. And I also think it's very important to practice active listening. Okay, so if I push play on a podcast and I'm eating my meal, I'm doing my hair, I'm not paying attention, I don't think it will help much. Okay, so active listening. Make sure you're focused while you listen. If you don't understand something, try to write it down. If you don't know what it means, look it up. Look up the definition of the words you don't know. Okay? Rewind if you can't understand something. Rewind it and listen again. Okay? So active listening, I think, is very important here. Also, one more thing for listening is when you're listening, if you're having a difficult time, try to pinpoint. Pinpoint means like pick out exactly what you're struggling with. Okay? Is it difficult because it's too fast? Is the speed difficult? Is it difficult because you don't know the vocabulary? Okay, so is it difficult because of pronunciation? Pinpoint what is difficult and try to improve that. Okay, so if pronunciation is difficult, then try listening to native speakers and shadowing. If speed is difficult, start slower, maybe slow the speed down, and eventually get faster and faster. If vocabulary is difficult, try to build your vocabulary and learn new words. Okay, so yes, active listening and trying to figure out why it's so difficult. Thank you, John Wick. I am trying to speak carefully. You're not wrong. I want to make sure everyone can understand and I'm not just rambling. If I'm rambling, call me out. I do that sometimes. You can call me out in the comments. I won't be mad, I promise. Anyways, good question. All right, I'm loving these. Is John Wick here, really? John Wick, the John Wick is in our chat right now. The real John Wick. All right. Let's see. Mix it up. Ooh, okay. This is a long one. All right. Let's see. Iam. Okay, Iam, if you're with us, hello and thank you for your question or comment here. Okay. Being overseas, I miss studying in a Korean way. Watching the recent videos lately gave me a sense of relief about what I've been wanting. Even though the environment is foreign, as a housewife, I feel stuck at my English level. I think this is very common, feeling stuck at your English level. Can anybody relate to this? Maybe? Does anybody feel like their English level is not improving the way they want it to? I get this question kind of a lot, or this comment kind of a lot. Does anyone in the chat feel this way? So she feels stuck at her English level. And she says, the PDFs are good. And for the learning aspect, I hope you can push me to study more. Okay, so this is not a question. She's telling me to push her more. Maybe I need to be a little more tough. I need to be a tough teacher and push you guys with your studies. I don't know. I'm not usually a tough person. I'll try, guys. I'll try to be tough and push you. Make sure you study and study hard. As for feeling stuck at her English level, if you feel stuck, like your English is the same for a very long time and you're not improving, then I suggest trying something new. Okay, changing up your habits. So maybe try a new strategy. If you're studying using English books, switch it up and try watching videos. Or maybe go to a language exchange group where you get to interact with others and practice in a new environment. So if you're feeling a little bit stuck, you can't get any improvement, then I suggest changing it up. Try something new. Jenna, because you're not using it. You got to use it. So maybe in this situation, you could go to language exchange, meet some new friends, and try to use it. Okay. Let's keep going here. Next question. Okay. Oh, this is really funny. Okay. This question, the name is long. Sorry if I mess it up. This question is from Pija Mokjajanun Muji. Sorry if I said that wrong. Okay, so I've noticed that Americans seem to get a lot of tattoos. I just saw a comment about my tattoo. Young said, I love your tattoo. Thank you so much, Young. So funny. I just pulled this out. So Americans get a lot of tattoos. I'm curious if companies discourage it or not. And what are the perceptions around tattoos? Okay, so are tattoos acceptable in the workplace, right? Is it okay to have your tattoos showing? And I think, first of all, it is definitely more acceptable these days. I feel like a few years back or a long time ago, they really discouraged tattoos in the workplace, but that is definitely changing now. And it's much more common to have your tattoos or show your tattoos in the workplace. That being said, it depends on where your tattoo is and what your tattoo is of, I think. So if somebody has, extreme tattoos, their face is tatted, everything, every inch of their body is tatted. So tatted is a short way of saying having tattoos. Okay, it's a short way of saying that. If somebody is extremely tatted, then I still think it might be frowned upon. Okay, so maybe some jobs would not be okay with extreme tattoos. And if it's something offensive, I think that could make a difference too. If it's something with a strong meaning behind it, maybe some specific like religious tattoo or something, I don't know, offensive, like a naked person tattoo or something, I think these would definitely, yeah, maybe not go over so well with certain jobs. So yeah, it depends on the tattoo, depends on the placement, and it actually might depend on the job as well. Might depend on the job as well. So if you're working as, I don't know, if you're working in a company at your desk a lot versus if you're a teacher, maybe, you know, certain tattoos would be more acceptable than others. So I think it can make a difference. But in general, I will say tattoos are fairly acceptable. I have a couple tattoos. I've gotten them mostly places where I can hide it if I need to hide it. So depends. Does anybody else have tattoos here? Is it different in Korea? I'm curious about this in Korea. I think in Korea, tattoos are still a little bit more taboo, right? Taboo means like controversial, can cause a debate, can cause a fight if something is taboo. Is that true? Rock says right. Tomas, got something on your head. That's cool. On your head? On your face? That's cool. It's taboo. Whoa. John, this is a new fact for me. Some golf resorts reject people who have tattoos. That is wild to me. I've never heard this before. I've heard of spas rejecting people, but I've never heard of a golf course rejecting somebody because of tattoos. Wow. That's so interesting. Cold brew. I think that's okay, cold brew. That's a good attitude. Just, you don't mind if other people do it, but maybe you don't want to do it. That's okay. Everybody's different. I agree. Nemam. It became kind of fashionable or cool to express yourselves. I think so too. Tattoos, sometimes they can tell a story. Sometimes they just look cool. All of mine kind of tell a story. It's like artwork, right? Tattoos are definitely a kind of artwork. Okay, Thomas, got it. Okay. I didn't know what that was. Thanks for explaining that. Thank you. Also, that's an interesting point is some people get like makeup tattoos, right? Like eyeliner tattoos, so you don't have to do your makeup. Sometimes I'm tempted to do that because sometimes I want to wear makeup, but I'm too lazy to do it. Maybe I should tattoo my makeup on. What do we think, guys? Should I tattoo my eyeliner on? I don't think I will. I'm too much of a baby. That seems scary. Okay, here we go. Next question. Okay. Okay, this question is by Amji Chuk Rodo. Okay. So, I'm curious about what Americans think of British and Australian English accents. Do they feel like it's dialect? Koreans tend to think that British English has a more sophisticated feel. Okay, so sophisticated means like fancy, polite, okay? But I wonder if Americans think that too. All right, that's Estelle's question. Awesome. Okay, so I agree with Koreans on this actually, and I think many Americans would also agree. So I think that a lot of Americans view the British accent as being very sophisticated, very posh and proper. Okay, so I think it's the same as Koreans in this sense. Like I just envision, people in England sipping their tea with their nice accents. So I think we also have the image of it being very sophisticated and fancy sounding. I think, doesn't everybody love a British accent though? I think British accents are just like universally loved. Exactly. Posh, very fancy and cool. I love it. I wish I had a British accent. They sound so nice speaking. I can't explain it. They just do. So for Australian accents, for me, I get a different kind of vibe. I get more of like a very cool, hip vibe, kind of. More hip, I guess. I don't know. Like British English would be more sophisticated and fancy, and Australian is a bit more cool. No. Can you mimic them? No. I should have passed this question. Okay. Let me get a sip of my water first. Let me wet my whistle. This is embarrassing. I'm so bad at this. Warning in advance. Okay. Okay, British. The only thing I can try to say is something with bottle of water. Bottle of water. Can I have a cup of tea, please? Bottle of water. And then Australian, yes. Good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie. I'm pretty sure I've gotten that from movies. Put another shrimp on the barbie. I think Australian English has like a lot of different words than American English. Bottle of water. I think this is where I need to shadow. I'm preaching about shadowing. I think I need to do some shadowing work. Next time I watch Harry Potter, I'll shadow. I'll improve my British English pronunciation. Check back with me. Check back with me in a couple months after I do my shadowing work. Yeah, bloody hell. Bloody hell. Oh, that's better. I can do that one better. Bloody hell. Oh my gosh. Okay, moving on. Next question. Okay. Let's see. I'm so embarrassed now. I'm so shy. All right, let's see. This one. Oh, sorry if I mess up the pronunciation. Sorry. Chiwon Hyuk. Okay, thank you for always providing great materials. They are very helpful. However, while watching the videos you post on YouTube, I sometimes wonder why certain things are interpreted this way. I know it's because my skills are still lacking though. Okay, first of all, it's not because your skills are lacking. It's definitely not. So don't worry about that. Second of all, I want to give a shout out to my husband who does all of the subtitles. Everyone, round of applause for my husband. He's always working so hard on the subtitles for you guys. So I think sometimes doing subtitles and interpretations and translations, it can be very difficult. Like sometimes things just aren't translated directly, or they can't be translated directly. And I know sometimes my husband, when he's doing the translations, he's like, this is what it is in Korean, but it sounds kind of awkward, or it sounds too formal or proper. So yeah, he always tries his best to translate in a way that is, I don't know, understandable, but also not super formal. So it's still enjoyable. So yeah, I hope that's okay. And he's trying his best, and we'll always try to improve on that. So thank you for the feedback. And yes, that would be my husband on the translations. Maybe he can get a professional job as a translator after this. I think he can. All right. Next question here. I feel like I should move a little faster. I've got quite a few questions here. Oops, one flew out at me, so I'm going to pick it. I've got quite a lot of questions left. All right. This one is from Hatu Sarang. Hatu Sarang. All right. I really enjoyed the recent video you uploaded in a vlogging format from your home on YouTube. I hope you continue making this series. Oh, Hartu Sarang, you deserve a heart for that one. Thank you so much. That means so much to me because we are really, really trying our best. This YouTube channel is just my husband and I, and we have so many ideas for different content we want to put out to help you with your English learning journey. And yeah, it's not easy with two of us with the translations and filming, but we really enjoy it. And I just really, really hope that you find it helpful. So thank you, Hatu Sarang. If you're in the chat, 사랑해요. Thank you so much. All right. Next question. Let's see. If it's another accent one, I'm throwing it away. No, I'm just kidding. I would mimic it again just for you guys. That's it. No one else. Okay. Ooh, Yang Shigi. Yang Shigi. If you're in the chat, thank you for the question. Okay. Hello. I'm a foreigner in Hungary. Ooh, interesting. I've always wanted to go to Hungary. Okay. It's really hard to speak English when going to the hair salon. Okay. Understandable. So we have some sentences here, some specific sentences. Can you tell me this in English? The problem is Hungarian hairdressers also don't speak English well. Oh no. I guess all you can do is try your best here. So, all right, I have a translated version here, so it's already in English, but I might change it a little bit. So the first sentence that Yang Shigi wrote, please cut my hair like it was a month ago. Okay, please cut my hair like it was a month ago. So I would change it maybe a little bit. So if it's the same hair salon that you go to, you can say just the same as last month. I want the same cut as last month. So if the same person is cutting your hair, I want the same cut as last month. I want the same cut as last month. Or you could also say, I want my hair to look how it did a month ago. I want my hair to look how it did a month ago. So if that's a different hairdresser, maybe you need to show a photo, right? The same as last month. Please don't cut my hair straight across. Okay, so we have terms for this. If it's a very straight cut, even here, just straight across, it's called a blunt cut. Straight across, blunt cut. So you could say, I don't want a blunt cut. I don't want a blunt cut. Okay. And if you want the opposite of blunt cut, where they take the scissors and kind of snip like this, you could say, I want some texture. I want some texture. Okay. I don't want a blunt cut. I want some texture. Those are good keywords to remember. Blunt cut and texture. Okay, next one. Please cut my bangs to eyebrow length. So if you're in person, you can say, I want my bangs here. You can literally just show them. Or you can say, I want my bangs to go to my eyebrows, or the top of my eyebrows, or the bottom of my eyebrows. I want my bangs to go to my eyebrows. I want my bangs to go to my eyebrows. And then the last one, please thin it out a bit. Okay, so if you have like too much hair, first of all, you're lucky. I'm jealous. But if you have too much hair, you can say, I want to thin it out. Okay, so there's less hair. Make it thinner. Thin it out. Okay, thin it out. Oh, I wish I had that problem. I'm always trying to like poof my hair and get more volume. Jealous. All right. Here we go. Next question. Also, I'm going to have a little plug here. If you need to study your hair salon English, we do have a video on that on our YouTube channel. So please check it out. There's my plug for my YouTube. Check out the hair salon English video. All right. Next question. Okay. Juhan. Okay. It's not easy to talk to people in real life, so I would greatly appreciate it if you could create content where I can talk to myself. I feel like I need to keep practicing speaking, but with pattern English, I can only say simple things. So I would be thankful if you could consider this. Go, Teacher Kelly. Thank you, Juhan. All right, this is actually excellent feedback, and I really, really like this suggestion. So actually, do I give a spoiler? Okay, I'll give a spoiler. We have some ChatGPT content in the works right now. Okay, so as we mentioned in the chat, someone mentioned ChatGPT earlier in the chat, and this comment where you can practice talking to yourself, I think ChatGPT will be a great resource for that. So we are planning on making videos about how to use ChatGPT to improve your English, and we will provide certain prompts for it. So stay tuned. Juhan, stay tuned if you're with us tonight. And yeah, hopefully that will be a great resource for you. Does everybody use ChatGPT in their daily lives? It's so popular now. Who uses ChatGPT? I definitely use it here and there. I've used ChatGPT for a lot of health stuff, actually, like gym routines, workout routines. Oh, robot. Every day I use it. Oh, it's so useful, right? Me, Mom uses it. Yes, Estelle. Yes. Wanyong, ChatGPT is saying like a robot. I agree with that. I will say it's not the best thing you can use for English, but it is a great resource if that's what you got. I agree. Ooh, using it to check grammar. That's a great strategy. using it when studying English. 핸드크림. You guys are on top of it. That's amazing. Excellent. Cool. I love that. If we have the resource, we might as well try and use it, right? All right. Next question here. Do you guys like my stickers? I felt like this had to be pretty. This actually was like a toilet paper holder. I'm not going to lie. It was a toilet paper holder, but I was like, I'm going to DIY it. DIY means do it yourself, DIY. So I was like, I'm going to DIY it, make it into my little question bucket. Yes. Okay, next question. Let's see. Okay. 기타 치는 튜브. The market for English taught by moms and dads is booming these days. And I don't think anyone can communicate as well as Teacher Kelly. That's so sweet. I'm even seeing many people exposing English starting from 6 months old to raise them as bilinguals. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the compliment. 가르치는 튜브. Thank you. And yeah, I noticed we get a lot of comments these days about parents, moms and dads wanting to learn English to practice with their kids. And I think this is so amazing because I feel like in the past, I always heard of parents just kind of like sending their kids to school to learn English or encouraging kids to learn English on their own. But it's really cool that a lot of moms and dads now are trying to take an active role in that, practicing English with their kids. That's really cool. Not easy. So hats off to anybody who tries this and who does this. So I think this is a really good topic, especially, who knows, maybe one day I myself will have, a bilingual child. So I think this is definitely something that we will try to delve into. We'll try to make some videos about it, and we'll definitely keep this in mind. So thank you so much for that. Very cool. 6 months old. That is so young. 6 months old. Wow. Okay, let's see. All right. Donghua. All right, Donghua, thank you for the question. I want to read novels written in English fluently. I'm currently studying Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Animal Farm. Ooh, I know both of these books. Will this help? Do you have any recommendations for English books that are good for studying? Okay, good. So I love this question, especially because I'm a big reader. I love to read, and I've often thought about starting a book club for teaching English. So maybe later that can be an option if people are interested. I don't know. Would you guys be interested in a book club later? Anyone? English book club, reading like a novel studies. Any interest? I think it's definitely helpful for learning English. Reading is a great way to improve your English. It can improve your vocabulary. Again, if you're an active reader, so if you don't know a word, make sure to highlight it and look up the meaning later. So expanding your vocabulary, if you read aloud, it can help with your speaking, can help you learn different expressions. I think it's a great way to learn English. And my recommendations for English books, kind of the same with listening. I will say the first most important point is finding a book that you enjoy. If you enjoy the book, if you like a certain genre, you know, mystery books or comedy books or, I don't know, memoirs. If you like a certain kind of book and you think it's very fun to read, you will probably read more often. So, number one, find a book that you enjoy. Number two, I think if you're still not super comfortable with reading novels in English, then I recommend young adult books. Okay. It's YA for short. In English, we say YA, young adult books. So, young adult books are still very interesting. It's not like a kid story, but it uses simpler language, simpler words. So I think it's a good genre to start with if you're not super comfortable with reading books in English. Ooh, Tuesdays with Morrie. I've read that before. Lunjin. That's a good book. Tuesdays with Morrie. I really like that book. It's very touching, I would say, very touching book. Yes, hand크림, young adult books. For a certain type of book, ooh, any titles? Maybe like Hunger Games. Hunger Games is young adult. Hunger Games or Flowers for Algernon, I think it's called. Flowers for Algernon. I think these are good ones. I used to love Hunger Games. Actually, I still love Hunger Games. Dune. Oh my gosh. Kim Myung-ju. Dune is like a super thick book, isn't it? Wow. Are you reading it in English? That's amazing. English or Korean? Either way, that's amazing because that is a very thick book. I just watched the movies for those ones. All right. Yeah, so much terminology. Oh, I bet. I didn't even think of that. The vocabulary in that one must be difficult too. Wow. Good job. That's amazing. Okay. Ooh, okay. This is a really long name. I'm going to butcher it. Butcher it means mess it up very badly. I'm going to butcher it. I'm so sorry. Okay. 영어 정복하고 말겠다는 피지? All right. Please upload English content that college students can use in their school lives. Ooh, this is also a great suggestion. I love that. College English. That's a very good suggestion. I will definitely keep that in mind. Thank you for that. I like that. I love that. It seems like so far the audience here in the group here, our chat group members, seems very like diverse, getting different suggestions like college English, mom English, all these different suggestions. And I love that. It's really cool seeing all kinds of people from different paths in life learning English. We all have something in common, right? That's very cool. Okay. Let's see. All right. Oh, another one from I live abroad. This is exactly the video I was looking for. I really enjoyed the recent vlogs and the Jeju restaurant without subtitles repeated. Ooh, I'm so glad to hear that. We actually got this suggestion from a subscriber. I can't remember who it was exactly. If you suggested this, thank you so much. Doing the subtitles and then repeating again without the subtitles. It seems like most of you guys liked that and we got pretty good feedback. So we will definitely continue to do that in the next videos. So thank you so much. Okay. Let's see. Oh my gosh. It's almost 9. Time flew by. So many good questions. Oops. I pulled out 2 at a time, so we're going for these 2. Okay. First one is from G. I quickly moved from beginner to intermediate. I've been consistently exposed to English and doing phone English, interesting, for over 10 years. Wow, you're so dedicated. That's incredible. But I'm still stuck at intermediate. I'm desperately seeking a way to study English to reach advanced level. Oh, gee. First of all, you're amazing. Being that dedicated for 10 years, I love it. Good job. That being said, we kind of touched on this earlier, right? If you're stuck at the same level, I suggest trying something new, switching it up. So you said you've been doing phone English. Okay, so maybe if you're a little bit stuck with phone English, try something else. Try reading. Try listening to a podcast. Try talking with other people in real life, right? A language exchange. So maybe try a different method for now. Maybe that will kind of get your spark back. Hi, Alpha. Hello. You got this though, G. Fighting. You can do it. Don't give up. Okay, next one. Oh, okay. 기타 치는 튜브. Okay, another one. About parents again. These days, many parents are trying to restart their English learning through mom-led methods. I would love it if you could provide situational vocabulary for when feeding kids or at the playground. Again, I love this suggestion. I think it's amazing. And thank you for giving very specific examples, like feeding the kids at the playground. I don't have a kid yet, so thinking of these kinds of situations might be a little bit difficult for me. So thank you for the very specific suggestion. I really love it. I will definitely try that. Actually, I have some friends who are Americans. I have a couple of American friends here in Korea who are moms. So maybe I'll reach out to them and I'll get their ideas on this. Okay. When do you turn on your streaming live? 8 o'clock. So 8 to 9. But I don't have a routine yet. So I got to get a routine of what day and time. But for now, I usually give an announcement in advance when I'll do live. Okay, let's see a couple more questions. Okay, Happy Ryan. Thank you, Happy Ryan. I also desperately want to improve my English conversation with my child. Oh my gosh. Okay, this confirms it. I'm going to be doing something with kids. I love kids too. So I would love to do something with kids. That just confirmed it. Watch out for that on Influ English. Some English lessons with kids or for the moms, dads. That's very cool. Okay. 추리닝 안경네요. Thank you so much, Kelly. Is it possible to explain my hobbies or describe my favorite sports or everyday conversation like these? Conversations I could have when meeting foreigners. Definitely. I think this is also a good suggestion. So in our videos, we've been doing the vlogging, but we also do different situational things, right? So I think doing some more hobbies, maybe I'll show some of my hobbies. I have a lot of hobbies. I dabble in many things. I do yoga. I like to cook. I like to read. I like to hike. Maybe I could do like a video of just spend a day with me doing all my favorite things, doing all my hobbies. Maybe I could do something like that. Okay. It's almost 9. Let's get a couple more in here real quick. Okay, Ium, you appreciated the videos. You'd like me to use ChatGPT. Definitely. I will definitely use ChatGPT soon. Okay. Thank you, Ian. Definitely watch out for ChatGPT. This one's anonymous. How can I improve my English? So I think we mentioned it before, but consistency is key. And I think also what I said about pinpointing your trouble areas. What do you struggle with? Okay, what's a struggle for you? And once you nail that down, you can focus on that. Okay. So I have a hard time listening to different accents. I can't understand different accents. Maybe try watching different YouTube videos from people from different countries. Okay. Oh, it's 9. Okay. I have a lot of questions left, but this is going to be my last one, guys. What questions I didn't use tonight, I will keep in the bucket for the next Q&A. How about that? That's what I'll do. So all of the questions will be answered eventually. But let's see the last question. Who's the lucky person? Drum roll. Let's see. Okay. Come on. Let's see. Whose is it? Oops. Okay. Amjichak Prodo. Okay. Does hearing English mistakes bother you? Of course it would, right? I've heard that since so many people from various nationalities use English, native speakers don't take English mistakes too seriously. So I'm curious if grammar or pronunciation mistakes don't matter as long as communication happens. Okay, good question. I think it kind of varies from person to person. It doesn't bother me at all when somebody makes a pronunciation mistake. Does not bother me at all. I think especially since I'm a teacher and I'm also trying to learn another language, I understand that it happens and not everybody can be perfect. And I think and I hope that most people feel this way as well. Some people, I will say, there are like some, I'll say grammar sticklers, people who really care about grammar and really care that it's got to be perfect, but it's not common. It's not common. I think for me, it doesn't bother me. Sometimes I feel sorry if I can't understand. For example, I remember one time somebody asking me for a pen, and it sounded like pin, like a pin, sewing pin. So they kept saying, do you have a pin? And I was like, no, I don't. And we had a small miscommunication and I felt sorry. So it didn't bother me at all. And once we figured it out, we both could laugh about it and it was okay. So it doesn't bother me. And yeah, I don't think it should bother anybody. It's fine. I definitely think I like that you said it doesn't matter. The last line of this question is so important, and I think it's a great note to leave off on. It doesn't matter much as long as communication happens. That is key. I think pronunciation doesn't matter much. If you can communicate or express what you need to say, then you did it, and that's amazing. Pronunciation can be fine-tuned and improved later. So, great last question to end on. Don't stress about pronunciation. Focus on expressing yourself and being able to communicate. All right, everybody, I'm so sorry that I did not get to all of the questions tonight. There are a few left in here, but I promise I will keep them safe until the next Q&A, okay? These aren't going anywhere. So later, I will answer all of your questions. I promise. Pinky promise. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for all of your questions, all of your feedback, all of your comments. I really appreciate it so much, really. So I think now it is time to say goodbye. And everyone, have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you again soon. Thank you, Jenna. I promise I'll do another live soon. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, Wonyoung. John Wick, see you next time. Bye, Katie. Thank you. Thank you. Liam, thank you. Bomi-jang, thank you. And Kim, thank you so much. Bye, Jin. Jae-jung, thank you. Ruby, thank you. Happy Saturday, everybody. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye.